Welcome to Nonprofit Profiles. I'm Genevieve. Military veterans face a wide variety of challenges after concluding their service and integrating into civilian life. On today's edition of Nonprofit Profiles, we will explore some of the programs in our community that provide services to both recent and longtime veterans. We'll begin with the Veterans Resource Center at Santa Monica College. I'd like to introduce Dr. Todd Adamson of the U.S. Vets Outside the Wire program, and Jeremy Morgan, a veteran and student at Santa Monica College. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, I'd like to start with you. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with the Veterans Resource Center at Santa Monica College?
Yes, right now I do a Mission Continues Fellowship in the office, which is a nonprofit veteran organization, and we work in the office. And my whole fellowship is trying to get vets more involved in the community and in school and in veteran activities.
And you're a veteran yourself?
Yes, I'm a veteran. I was in the Navy for 8 years, and I separated in June 2012, and I've been going to school since August 2012. So, yeah.
And so you work to help other veterans who are also integrating into...
Yeah, I'm trying to get vets more involved because a lot of vets have trouble transitioning. Mm-hmm. When I got out myself, I didn't want to be around a lot of people, and my first couple months at the school, I would just sit in my truck every day and eat lunch by myself and sit in my truck in between classes and never wanted to be around people. So that's what my fellowship is I want to help other vets so they don't experience that and make vets feel welcome. There's so many different veteran groups out there that I'm involved with now. It's awesome. And there's so many different people out there that are supportive of vets, and I just try to get vets the information and get vets signed up and just let them know what's out there and try to get them out and doing stuff and involved in the community.
And I would imagine part of that work involves trying to bring them together so that they know who the other vets at the school are and they can socialize together and share their experiences and that kind of thing. Yeah,
that's another good thing about the office is we have a veteran cookouts and different things, so, just to try to bring vets together. And we had a cookout a couple weeks ago, and it was kind of a welcome back cookout, during the semester. Mm-hmm. And it's really good because we have some money people have donated through different things, and we had a little cookout, and we had it's good to the vets can meet other vets because there's close to 600 to 700 veterans at our school at one time. And I think about 450 or so are using the GI Bill around there. So it's really good that way vets can meet other vets because a lot of guys are just hanging out by themselves and don't talk to other vets. And a lot of people don't want to talk to other vets when they get out just because they're I'm done with the military.
Sure.
But this way they're able to meet other vets and realize people aren't just still talking about military stuff. Life moves on and you can still talk about it. It's still good to have the resources and have the office where it has the break room and get away from everybody else. But it's just still good to have military people that we all understand each other and the camaraderie's still there, and so it's
Sure.
good.
I mean, I have to imagine that there are things that you've experienced that maybe students that are not veterans might not be able to relate to.
Yeah, it's definitely you see that a lot with different things, especially just with the professors bringing something up or whatever, and you'll hear a lot of vets talk very differently than some of the students because you have a lot of 18 to 20-year-olds, that have never left Santa Monica or never left California, period. We have vets, I've been to 10 countries, and we have guys that have been to different wars and different places and whatnot. So it's a big thing, and that's why another reason I love about the Veteran Resource Center is we have a little break room. It's not very big, but I mean you can fit maybe 10 to 12 guys in there, and guys come in and have lunch and rest and take a break, between classes. So it's really good to get away, and just good guys get little mental breaks here and there during the day to get away from everybody else and just go hang out by a vet or somebody that understands what they're talking about or whatever. Yeah.
So Dr. Todd, can you tell me a little bit about the Outside the Wire program?
Sure. So Outside the Wire is an early intervention and prevention program that we started up in 2011. And so I work for an organization, a nonprofit called U.S. Vets. And U.S. Vets is the nation's largest nonprofit providing comprehensive case management services for veterans and their family members. And it's based here in Los Angeles. And as Jeremy spoke to, this growing need of student veterans on campus. And this was recognized late 2010, and we wanted to roll out a program where we could meet the needs of student veterans on campuses. So we received a couple of grants to kickstart the program, and initially started off with about 4 community colleges. And the goal was to offer free confidential mental health counseling to students student veterans on campus, family members. It's pretty broad, so it's the student veteran, significant other, can be boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, their kids, or their parents even.
Wow.
And in addition to that, we also wanted to offer this staff and faculty training, which Jeremy also spoke to, in terms of helping the campus culture understand the veteran-specific transitional issues, what it's like in the military, what it's like to transition from the military to student life, and how to create a student vet-friendly campus and classroom.
And what are the goals of the program? What do you hope to accomplish by providing these services?
Well, our goal is to decrease symptoms of PTSD that student veterans may be facing, to, in a sense, inoculate student vets against these poor outcomes that we have seen develop from Vietnam-era veterans in terms of homelessness, substance abuse, family discord, and really give them options in life and just be there to support and fill in holes if they exist on campus in terms of access to services and things like that.
And what's your experience in working with the veteran population? What do you bring to the equation?
Sure. No, and well, the program started 3 years ago, and prior to that, I was actually working at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, working with adolescent kids, gang-impacted kids in trauma, who've been impacted by trauma. And then prior to that, I worked at a VA in Chicago, working with veterans and their family members. That coming also from a family of military men and wanting to serve those who, serve the country.
So, Jeremy, you mentioned you spoke a lot about the guys. Are there also women involved in the Veterans Resource Center?
There are women also. All of our counselors in the office are all women counselors. And we have different women, 2 women vets. Actually, our veteran club president right now is female, Christina. And I was the veteran club president last semester. She's club president this semester. Yeah, usually when I say guys, it's usually like a general term. I mean for males and females.
So it's everyone.
Yeah,
it's
everyone.
inclusive.
Yes. And also, too, like Dr. Todd was saying, it's really awesome having Dr. Todd in the office because it gives guys like another way to go talk to someone. It's another great resource to have. Because with the VA, it can be like troublesome sometimes because it might take a while to get an appointment, or you might have to wait in line and all this other stuff. And a lot of times, like if you just want to talk about something or whatever, you can go talk to Dr. Todd in his office. So it's just another great resource to have around. So it's another awesome thing about the VRC.
So if any of our viewers are veterans and they want to find out more about getting an education, maybe taking advantage of the GI Bill provisions, maybe even just taking advantage of some of the services, how can we best be in touch with your organization?
Well, through us, you can come to SMC. Like you can go on SMC's website, smc.edu, and under Student Services, there's a link on the very right side. It says Veterans. And you could click on the veterans, and that'll bring up like our office number, office address, different programs we have going on. So they could get in touch with our office through that, or you could go through the va.gov website or the GI Bill website, and you could look at different things through there and different links.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you both so much for coming on the show. Thank you for your service.
Thank
you for sharing your experiences. And thank you for the service that you're providing to the veterans in our community. We really greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So for more information about the Veterans Resource Center, visit smc.edu/veterans or call 310-434-8205. When we return, we'll hear about the Small Business Development Center and its Vetrapreneurs program at Santa Monica College.
I thought I had everything under control. Then, one day, something happened. I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know there was help. Until someone told me.
Providing access to justice, the Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles can help with domestic violence issues, eviction defense, government benefits, immigration, and other civil legal issues.
Welcome back. With me now are Johanna Hume, business consultant at the Small Business Development Center, and Carolyn Omotaya, a Vetrapreneur. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you very much.
So, Vetrapreneur, I have to ask about what this is and what the program is.
Well, Vetrapreneur was a program developed by the Small Business Development Center. We wanted to provide business skills to allow our servicemen and women who are returning or veterans in general from all branches of the military to learn about starting up their own businesses and becoming entrepreneurs. But in this case, they're going to be vetrapreneurs since they have served.
Wonderful. And Carolyn, you are a vetrapreneur, so can you tell me a little bit about your experience with the program?
Yes, the program was fabulous. It was a great experience. I was in the Army National Guard, and I also worked in the business world for 20 years. And after retiring from the business world, I wanted to start my own business, and I didn't know how to get started. And I got an email from the Small Business Administration, specifically targeting veterans, which was fabulous because it was done at no cost to me, which is fabulous. So all of the resources that were provided, all of the speakers, as veterans, we all came out, we networked, and they provided us with all the tools that we needed. And
so what did the program entail? Did you take classes?
Yes.
Did you have workshops? What did you do?
Yes, we took classes, and it was 8 weeks?
It was 8 weeks.
8 weeks long.
Very intensive.
Very intensive. But the wonderful thing about it is they provided us with all of the information that we needed from start to finish. So basically, we just came there, we showed up, we listened, we did the work. They had the workshops as we would sit there and learn and listen to the presentations, and then we had assignments and we worked in groups.
And did you already have to have an idea about what type of business you wanted to start, or was there a process by which you could maybe explore business opportunities?
Some people did know what type of business they wanted, but others did not. And they gave us that information, what things we needed to look at, the process that we needed to go about to find out what our, interests might be, or things that we could do that would be a viable business, and to make sure that it was actually a money-making venture, not just a hobby. So that's where the training really came in and was helpful.
And Johanna, how many participants were involved in the program?
Well, when we started, we actually had over 100 applicants, which was phenomenal, and we selected 30 of those applicants. And last Friday, we actually had our first graduating class, and that was 27 graduates, representatives of all branches of the military that successfully completed the program.
That's exciting. So what can we do to support these vetrepreneurs going on into the future?
I think it's really important, one, to get engaged with nonprofits such as the Small Business Development Center and really recognize and provide mentorship and assistance to these group of people that are re-entering civilian lifestyle and are taking on a new career in a lot of ways. And so what we like to do is encourage anybody who has any sort of knowledge or expertise in business to provide mentorship, and as is the SBDC going to do with one-on-one consulting, working with the vetrepreneurs. So the classes ended, but the process doesn't stop. We're going to continue one-on-one mentorship and connecting them with other members in the community that can be of assistance.
And this program is based at Santa Monica College?
Correct. So the Small Business Development Center that I work out of is hosted by Santa Monica College. And they provided the facilities, they provided a lot of the resources, and in general for our office, they do host us, so they provide and assist with a lot of operational costs so that we can continue to put on these programs and provide cost-free one-on-one consulting.
That's just wonderful. And so, Carolyn, I'm curious, because you mentioned that you were in the business world and that you also have served in the military. Was that concurrent? Did you serve first and then get into business? What's your story?
I actually served first. I got into the service when I was really actually young, maybe 17 years old.
Like many people do.
Yes, and I got in and I served first, and then after serving I went to, I was going to school at the same time as I was serving. So I got in on a program where I could attend school and serve at the same time, which was a fabulous program. And after that, I started working at AT&T, and I worked there for 20 years.
Wow.
Approximately 20 years, not quite. After retiring from AT&T is when I found out about this program, which was right on time.
And are you going to start a business?
Yes, I'm looking forward to starting a business, and it's focused on Educational Family Fund Center. So,
wonderful.
Yeah, and they've given me a lot of resources and ideas through that program.
I think it's just fantastic that you, with the program, that you're reaching out not just to veterans that are just now returning from their service, but also veterans that have, returned a while ago and are in the workforce and maybe looking for a different opportunity.
So the great thing about the class makeup, this class that just graduated, was you know, I said all branches were represented, but I had veterans going back from Vietnam and even recent, you know, folks that had just come back from overseas in the past few months. So it was really wonderful to see those older generations and the younger generations coming together for a common purpose and really mentoring each other and being a really great support group for each other.
What other services does the SBDC provide at Santa Monica College, both for veterans and for the general public?
Right. So we are open to everyone. And what we provide is one-on-one consulting and low-cost workshops so that you can start your business, or if you are an existing business, we can help you grow that business. So we provide marketing and sales assistance. We provide assistance with writing your business plan. And one of the things that we really are a big proponent of is helping entrepreneurs and vetrepreneurs secure SBA, Small Business Administration backed loans, and help them secure the funding so that they can realize their business dreams.
That's such a wonderful resource, because I have to imagine that for someone starting a business, not only do you have to think about what is the service that you're going to provide or the goods that you're going to provide, but all of the laws and the different resources.
It's daunting.
Yeah, so I think it's just a wonderful resource for our community that the Small Business Development Center is there at the college for vetrepreneurs and entrepreneurs of all types. I want to thank you both so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate hearing about your story. I look forward to seeing your business success, and I hope that our audience will support the vetrepreneurs and the entrepreneurs in our community so that we can develop a really thriving small business community and support group. So thanks so much to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
For more information about the Small Business Development Center, visit smcsbdc.org or call 310-434-3566. When we come back, we'll find out all about the annual Veterans Holiday Celebration. Please stay with us.
Welcome to our home away from home.
Action!
When I came here, I discovered I could write.
I found the confidence to share my poetry, and now they're songs.
I got away from the trouble in my neighborhood.
Come check us out
at the Pico Youth and Family Center.
Join us.
Or volunteer. Together, we can change our world.
That's a wrap.
Welcome back. We're going to finish today's show on a celebratory note by learning about how to get involved with the annual holiday meal and celebration for veterans. Here to talk about it are Gail Powers, Board Administrator, and Barry Gershenson, Chair Emeritus of the Veterans Holiday Celebration, Inc. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this sounds like a pretty significant event.
It is. I mean, this is going to be our 22nd year, Genevieve, and we are as excited as we are every year, and it's such an opportunity for us to really, say thank you to our veterans, active military. And I always go back to as a young child growing up in the early 50s, and always seeing pictures of all the returning veterans to ticker tape parades and honoring them. And unfortunately, over the last number of conflicts, it's been difficult for them to come back home. Mm-hmm. And Gail and myself, and we have a board of 11 others, that we want to find a way to acknowledge them and come with love and gratitude and create this day of joy for them. And that's what we've been able to do. Yes.
So how many veterans participate in the event every year? About?
3,500, 4,000 veterans and their family members. They come and enjoy the day together.
And so anyone who is part of the veteran community from Santa Monica, West LA, the whole area, can come to the VA campus?
Absolutely. And one of the things that's very interesting is that we have found that the term veteran sometimes is a little confusing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We find a lot of the young men and women returning from Afghanistan or any other conflicts, they don't think of themselves as a veteran. They think of somebody much older as a veteran.
Sure, yeah.
And so we're trying to bridge that gap. Mm-hmm. And in fact, we've been doing a lot of work for the men and women returning and their families. And last year we introduced a face painting for children at our event, which they absolutely loved. And so it's trying to break down that those barriers in the term veteran, and
sure, because we've all grown up thinking of veterans as the World War II veterans,
right.
or the older gentlemen who served in the past.
That's
but
right.
in fact, we have a lot of veterans now, men and women, who are quite a bit younger than what we might typically think of.
Exactly.
It's interesting that they don't even think of themselves as
No,
veterans.
I've asked them. I've said to them, are you a veteran? He said, no, I'm not a veteran yet. I'm much older.
And also, if they haven't seen combat, if they haven't served in time of conflict, they also don't think they're a veteran.
I see. So a veteran is really anyone that's provided military service,
Correct.
regardless of what form that service took.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, so for all the people out there, we just want to let them know you're a veteran. If you've served, you're a veteran.
That's right.
Right.
So you talked about face painting. What else happens at the event? It sounds like there's a lot of fun things that happen there.
Well, like I said in the opening, this is really a total day of gratitude. So what else makes what makes the day wonderful? It's always centers around the food, right? And our event happens on the first Sunday in December, so we're very much a part of the holiday starting, beginning of December. And so a holiday meal is definitely in order. We do turkeys, we smoke turkeys, we do ham, we do all the wonderful protein parts, and besides the mashed potatoes and all the side dishes that make a holiday meal wonderful. And we've had the very good fortune with some quite a bit of collaboration recently with the local cooking schools, culinary schools within the Los Angeles area. And coming from a grassroots organization with all volunteers in the kitchen to having chefs now that are coming in uniform, they're trained, they understand what it's about. So we get teachers and students both coming in, and walking through our food tent this past few years has been absolutely wonderful. I mean, they've added so much to our event in the quality and the way food is prepared and the timeliness of it. It's been wonderful.
And what about entertainment?
We have entertainment all day, and different kinds of entertainment. We have a lot of veteran entertainers.
Great.
And we have Jim Belushi. This year will be his 16th or 17th year coming.
Wow.
And he was one of the original 10 when this started in 1992. So he's been doing this for a long time.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Right.
And I understand you also provide some referral services so that veterans who come to enjoy the day can also find out about other programs and resources that might be available to them. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, we just coined it before coming on the show here. It's called an Information Alley, and it's in what we term our entertainment plaza. It's as they walk in, there's a lot of information that different organizations have for veteran benefits. So we make sure that there's, besides the wonderful food and great entertainment, that they have some good information they take away with. And besides taking away information, we also have a wonderful care package program that we reach out to the community that donates a lot of personal products. We've had slippers and T-shirts and a lot of various things that fills up a large-sized bag of gift items.
Everything anyone might need.
That's right.
So I know that you have brought some photos, and I want to share them with our audience, and
Okay.
maybe you can tell us a little bit about the photos
We'd
as
love
we
to.
have a look at them.
Thank you.
This is one group of volunteers, and it's not the entire group, but this group of volunteers set up the dining room.
Wonderful. And these gentlemen?
These are a couple of our World War II veterans who are getting lower in numbers, and we really honor their attendance at this event.
And do the veterans bring their families? Is this a family-wide event?
Yes. Yes. Brothers, sisters, uncles, children. We have a lot of children that come, and they have such a good time. And also what I see, these young children seeing their parents acknowledged, respected, and thanked. The gratitude for them.
And conversely, on the volunteer side, we get a lot of youth organizations,
Yes.
like the Naval Sea Cadets, or the high school baseball team might come in, or something that they're giving back to the community, and it's a great opportunity for that.
Wonderful. Well, I hope that our audience will get involved with this celebration and this event And I just want to thank you so much for putting it on and helping to honor our veterans.
Oh, you're quite
welcome. Thank you very much, Genevieve.
To find out how you can get involved with the annual Veterans Holiday Celebration, visit vhcevent.org or call 866-955-VETS. That's 866-955-8387. That's our show for today. Thanks for being with us for this edition of Nonprofit Profiles.